Time for a little bit of a different review this time, and it's not going to be a Gundam, obviously. A lot of you don't know, I love Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is like my favorite video game. And so when Revelations came out, I immediately jumped on board to get like the special edition and all that good stuff. But the thing I was waiting for the most was an action figure, and here it is. It's the Ezio Auditore Mentore action figure, and this is such a cool figure for me. Anyways, taking a look at the articulation, the accessories, and then my final thoughts. So let's go ahead and get right into it. In the accessories department, you're going to get a number of great little things, more so than what we've gotten in the past for the Ezio figures. To start off, you're going to get a crossbow. That's been seen before. A little bit of a different design, I believe, but I'm not sure. You're going to get, of course, his Mentore sword here. Very, very cool. I like it a lot. He's going to get, I think this is called the Macedonian blade. I can't remember. You know what? It has it in on the back of the, yeah, Macedonian blade. Very, very nice little short blade there. You'll also get an extra left hand. This is open to hold the crossbow here. So it fits in like that. Something we've also seen before, removable hidden blades. Now this one's for the left hand, and the hook blade here, if you've played the game and you know what that's all about, whoops, and I've dropped it, that is for the right hand. So very cool that you can take these in and out and don't have to worry about these breaking at all. I'm going to use the Yatagan, I believe that's what it's called, Yatagan's sword, not the Mentore sword as I like to call it, to point out some of the little extra things you see on Ezio's self. You're going to get a nice little scabbard for the short blade, the Macedonian blade there. You also get a nice little pocket in his belt to put his long sword in, so that goes right in there like so. Very, very cool. Of course, he has his gauntlets. He also has his armor on. This part and the fur-looking part, all nice soft plastic or kind of rubber. This piece of armor on his shoulder as well is soft plastic, even though it doesn't really feel like that. So lots of cool little belts and things all over the place. Very, very cool. Now let's go ahead and show the articulation off. This figure is still pretty new, so some of the parts are a little bit stiff still, so it's going to be a little bit of a hassle showing you all the good articulation. But anyways, to begin with, we get a nice little ball joint bend in the elbow right there. You got ball joint hands that can also move up from a hinge. Shoulder is on a ball joint, but you can also bend the arm out like so. Both arms can bend, the armor doesn't really get in the way. Ball joint head, of course, single joint, and it can move around all sorts of ways. Soft rubber for the hood, so very cool. Get nice articulation in the torso, and the upper part there, so it can bend forward. There's a ball joint, I believe, that's connecting the torso to the body, or to the lower legs. So that can move around. You can go 360 if you want, although it's not really recommended. He can also move at the bicep, although this is really a stiff figure, so I'm not doing that. It just makes it feel like it's going to break. The arms can also bend forward and back. Double joints in the knees, right there. And, oops, move the skirt out of the way, or the robe. So double joints. You can go 360 at the boot, and you got nice little joints or hinges for the ankles and the toes there. So very, very cool. There's the upper torso, or I'm sorry, the hips are actually ball joints, but again, the stiffness makes it hard for the figure to actually bend at that area. All in all, this figure has a lot of great articulation, and I'm really happy about that because you want him to have that. And now a last look of Ezio up and down. I put on his weapons, his hidden blades and swords. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at the back real quick. Nice detail in the armor and in the robes. Little pocket there to put stuff in. Just lots of great little detail in his armor. Silver in places, like on his boot and on his robes. I really love it. My verdict for this figure, it's great. Now, if you're not so much of a Assassin's Creed fan, then the positives are a number of different things. You have great articulation, you have great detail, and then you got a nice array of different weapons here. Crossbow, an interchangeable hand, blades that can come out and be put back in if you want. So that's always cool. The other thing, if you are an Assassin's Creed fan and you loved Revelations, that for some reason this Ezio was just the quintessential version of him that I just absolutely love. Now there was Brotherhood figures and there was the first Assassin's Creed 2 figures, but for some reason this one really just makes me love the figure, love the series a lot more. The game was just amazing and I absolutely loved it, and so to have it in action figure form is just, you know, icing on top of the cake. That being said, it wasn't even that much money. I just picked this up about 3-4 days ago. It was only 15 bucks at Toys R Us, which is where I found it. Now that combined with the Assassin's Creed Gauntlet, which I do have here, and you can't see really. I just fucked up that shot. You know, they both came out at around the same time, and I'm really happy to have all these different things coming out for the game that I love the most. So all in all, if you're a fan of the video game, definitely pick it up. It's a nice addition to your collection. If you're not so much a fan, or if, you know, you just like the look, it's definitely you know, something you should definitely look into. It's not too much money. It's not ungodly or anything. It looks cool is what I'm trying to say. So you put it on your shelf, it's going to look very, very cool no matter what. So anyways, I hope you guys didn't mind me going off topic, off of Gundam or anything like that. I like to do that every so often, keep the channel a little bit different. But anyways, hit like, dislike if you, whatever feelings you have for it. Be sure to comment if you want, and if you're new, definitely subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming up, so yeah, be happy with that. Anyways, you guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.